Hello, Heartland fans! The moment we've all been eagerly anticipating is finally here. The official announcement of Graham Wardle's return as Ty Borden in Heartland. Season 19 has sent shockwaves through the fandom. How will his return change everything for Amy, Lindy, and the Bartlett-Fleming family? What sparks will fly when Ty and Nathan clash? And most importantly, what lies ahead for Amy as she faces her most heart-wrenching decision yet? Graham Wardle's announcement that Ty Borden is returning to Heartland Season 19 has set the stage for an emotionally charged season. After years of heartbreak following Ty's departure, fans were left wondering if the beloved character would ever come back. Now, with this monumental return, the story is poised to take an unexpected and dramatic turn. The episode opens with Amy tending to the horses alongside her daughter Lindy, a serene scene that embodies the heart and soul of Heartland. But the tranquility doesn't last long. A cryptic phone call leaves Amy rattled, her unease hinting at the storm that's about to hit. The trailer's final moments deliver the bombshell we've all been waiting for. Ty Borden, silhouetted against the morning sun, standing by the ranch gates. His presence is as shocking for viewers as it is for Amy, and his first words, "I had to see you," are enough to leave fans on the edge of their seats. Ty's return is not just a moment of nostalgia. It's the start of an emotional upheaval. For Amy, the reappearance of her former husband forces her to confront feelings she thought were buried forever. She spent years rebuilding her life with Nathan, a man who has been her rock and her partner in raising Lindy. But Ty's return challenges the foundation of that new life, reigniting old emotions and reopening wounds that never fully healed. The tension doesn't end there. The Bartlett-Fleming family must also come to terms with Ty's sudden reappearance. Jack, the ever-protective patriarch, watches Ty with cautious eyes, torn between the love he has for him as a son-in-law and the pain his absence caused. Lou, juggling her own challenges, offers her sister advice, reminding Amy to listen to her heart even as it breaks. And Lindy, innocent and unaware of the complexities, sees Ty as the missing piece of her family puzzle, a piece she never truly got to know. But the biggest question hangs in the air. What does Ty's return mean for Amy's future? Will she choose to give him a second chance, or will she hold on to the life she's built with Nathan? As the family gathers to hear Ty's explanation, the weight of his words carries the potential to either mend broken hearts or shatter them further. Ty Borden's sudden return to Heartland is nothing short of a seismic event, shaking Amy's carefully rebuilt life to its core. As the trailer unfolds, we're taken straight to the moment Amy steps outside the barn, expecting an ordinary visitor. Instead, she's met with the sight of Ty, standing at the ranch gates, his eyes a mixture of longing, regret, and hope. Amy freezes. The years of separation seem to collapse in an instant, flooding her with memories of their life together. The joy, the struggles, and the love that once defined them. But alongside the joy is the pain of his absence, the unanswered questions, and the life she's built without him. "Ty," she whispers, her voice trembling as she struggles to process the moment. The real emotional punch comes when Lindy, who has never truly known her father, runs toward Ty with uncontainable excitement. "Are you the surprise Mommy's been talking about?" she asks, her innocent smile melting Ty's heart. He kneels down, his voice thick with emotion as he says, "I guess I am." It's a tender, bittersweet moment that highlights the bond Ty missed out on and the years he'll never get back. But while Lindy is quick to embrace Ty, Amy is more cautious. Her shock quickly gives way to anger and confusion. "Why now, Ty? Why come back after all this time?" she demands, her words cutting through the air like a whip. Ty's answer is heartfelt but layered with regret. "I needed time to face my demons," he says, his voice heavy with remorse. "I thought staying away was protecting you, but I realize now it only caused more pain." This reunion isn't just a simple homecoming, it's a confrontation with the past, one that forces Amy to revisit wounds she thought had healed. She's torn between the undeniable connection she still feels with Ty and the anger over the years he left her and Lindy behind. For Lindy, however, Ty's presence is a dream come true. Her innocent questions, "Did you miss me, Daddy?" highlight the emotional weight of his absence, leaving both Amy and Ty grappling with the consequences of his choices. As Ty tries to explain his reasons for leaving, the Bartlett-Fleming family watches with a mix of emotions. Jack's protective instincts are on full display. You don't just walk back into someone's life and expect everything to fall into place, he says sternly, his eyes narrowing as he confronts Ty. Lou, ever the voice of reason, reminds Amy that while Ty's return complicates things, it's also an opportunity for healing. Nathan's reaction is the quiet storm brewing in the background. While he's supportive of Amy and understanding of Lindy's excitement, his unease is impossible to miss. Nathan has been the steady presence in Amy and Lindy's lives, the man who helped them rebuild after Ty's departure. Now, with Ty back, Nathan finds himself questioning his place in their family. The tension escalates as Ty and Nathan exchange their first words. While the conversation starts polite, it quickly becomes clear that both men have a claim to Amy's heart, and neither is willing to back down. Nathan's calm demeanor masks the pain of watching Ty's sudden return threaten the life he's built with Amy. Ty, on the other hand, is determined to prove that he's here to stay, no matter the cost. Amy finds herself stuck between the two men, her feelings pulling her in opposite guidelines. On one hand, Nathan represents stability and the life she's built for Lindy. On the alternative, Ty's return brings back the passion and connection she'd misplaced for all time. As the episode ends, Amy retreats to the porch, staring out at the horizon with tears in her eyes. "What am I alleged to do?" she whispers to herself, the burden of her decision pressing down on her. The arrival of Ty Borden ignites a simmering tension that quickly builds into an emotional standoff among him and Nathan. For Amy, this conflict represents a collision of two very distinct chapters of her existence: her beyond with Ty, full of love and heartbreak, and her gift with Nathan, built on stability and accept as true with. From their first come upon, it's clear that Ty and Nathan view every different as rivals, even supposing they don't say it outright. Nathan, ever calm and measured, techniques Ty with well-mannered formality. "So, you're back," he says, his tone even but with an unmistakable undercurrent of unease. Ty, in flip, continues his reaction brief, his eyes in no way leaving Nathan. "I am, for Amy and Lindy." The anxiety reaches a boiling factor while Ty steps again into his position on the ranch. His familiarity with the land, the horses, and the circle of relatives unsettles Nathan, who has spent years earning his place in Amy's existence. When Ty instinctively takes the reins in the course of a horse rescue operation, Nathan feels dismissed, his contributions ignored. Later, during a own family dinner, the conflict between Ty and Nathan will become extra non-public. Lou, constantly the mediator, tries to steer the communique closer to neutral territory, but the undercurrents are impossible to ignore. Ty's feedback about making up for lost time with Lindy strike a nerve with Nathan, who counters, "She hasn't been ready, Ty. She's been growing, getting to know, and thriving. We've made certain of that." This commentary lands hard, and Ty's response is quick. "I recognize the whole lot you've done, Nathan, but I'm her father, and that's not something you may update." The room falls silent, the tension thick enough to reduce with a knife. Amy, stuck in the center, feels the weight of each man's phrases, their claims on her life and her daughter's destiny, pulling her in distinctive instructions. The confrontation isn't restricted to phrases. A key second inside the trailer teases an emotionally charged scene where Ty and Nathan come face to face within the barn. "You had your hazard, Ty. You left," Nathan says, his voice low and steady, however packed with conviction. Ty fires returned, his tone tinged with both guilt and backbone. "And I'm right here now. I'm now not taking walks away again." Their struggle isn't pretty much Amy. It's approximately what they every constitute. Ty's return is a reminder of Amy's past, her past love, and the dreams they as soon as shared. Nathan, in the meantime, symbolizes the lifestyle she's built in Ty's absence, the person who stood through her while she wanted a person the most. For Amy, the clash among Ty and Nathan forces her to confront her personal feelings. Her heart is torn between the affection she's never definitely permit move of and the person who helped her rebuild while she changed into at her lowest. As Ty and Nathan's contention escalates, Amy reveals herself struggling to hold the peace whilst protecting Lindy from the developing tension. Even Jack, the own family patriarch, steps in to try to diffuse the state of affairs. "This isn't approximately who's right or wrong," he says during a heartfelt communique with Amy. "It's approximately what's fine for you and Lindy. You have to discern that out, Amy. No one else can." The intensity of the conflict extends beyond Heartland Ranch. The trailer teases moments wherein Ty and Nathan's rivalry spills into the network, with townspeople taking facets. While a few aid Ty's efforts to reconnect along with his circle of relatives, others sympathize with Nathan, who has been a regular presence for Amy and Lindy. The emotional weight of this storyline isn't just about the contention itself, it's approximately what it well-known shows about the characters. For Ty, it's a journey of redemption and proving that he can be the person Amy and Lindy want. For Nathan, it's about keeping onto the existence he's constructed and the affection he's determined with Amy. Will Amy discover a way to balance her beyond and gift, or will the clash between Ty and Nathan pressure her to make a preference that could trade their lives forever? As Ty's Go Back sends shockwaves through Heartland, the focal point shifts to what this indicates for Amy and her younger daughter, Lindy. Their bond, solid through years of shared triumphs and demanding situations, becomes the emotional center of Season 19. The mother-daughter duo must navigate a typhoon of emotions while maintaining onto the strength and resilience they've always embodied. For Amy, Ty's reappearance raises questions she by no means thought she'd face once more. How does she explain his sudden go back to Lindy, a baby who has grown up with testimonies of her father, however never certainly regarded him? And more importantly, how does she shield Lindy's heart from the emotional turbulence in their unfolding circle of relatives drama? Heartland Season 19 offers a glimpse of Amy sharing a heartfelt communique with Lindy as they take a seat with the aid of the hearth, their faces illuminated by the gentle glow of the flames. "Your dad is back," Amy says gently, her voice trembling with a mixture of joy and apprehension. Lindy's extensive eyes reflect her interest and confusion as she asks, "Does that imply he's staying?" Amy's hesitation speaks volumes, leaving visitors keen to peer how this pivotal second unfolds. Ty's tries to bond with Lindy are most of the maximum touching and, at instances, heartbreaking scenes in Season 19. In one clip, Ty kneels beside Lindy as she tends to a pony. "Your mom says you're a natural with horses," he says, his voice packed with admiration. Lindy looks up, a touch of skepticism in her gaze, and replies, "Mom says lots of things, approximately you." This unmarried line captures the complexity of their budding courting, in which desire and uncertainty coexist. For Amy, the mission is twofold. Not only ought she navigate her emotions approximately Ty and Nathan, however, she ought to additionally recall what's high quality for Lindy. Ty's Go Back brings with it a chance for Lindy to understand her father, but it additionally disrupts the steadiness that Nathan has helped create of their lives. Nathan's bond with Lindy is evident in moments of quiet connection. In one scene, he allows Lindy together with her homework, his calm demeanor and affected person guidance, showing the position he's played in her life. "You're clearly accurate at math," he tells her with a warm smile. Lindy beams, replying, "Mom says I get that from her. However, I think it's from you." Nathan's expression glints, a mixture of pride and the bittersweet understanding that his location in Lindy's existence may be at threat. The dynamic among Ty, Amy, and Lindy is similarly complex by means of Ty's preference to make up for lost time. In one emotional scene, Ty proposes teaching Lindy to ride Spartan, a gesture that holds deep sentimental price. Amy hesitates, torn between the nostalgia of their shared history and the reality in their modified circumstances. "You don't simply pick up in which you left off, Ty," Amy says, her voice laced with both disappointment and resolution. "Lindy doesn't know the person you used to be. She handiest knows the person you're now." This moment underscores the venture of rebuilding relationships after years of separation and the emotional stakes worried for all of us. The trailer additionally teases moments of joy and discovery, where Amy and Lindy discover solace in the horses and the land which have always been their safe haven. A in particular heartwarming scene indicates Amy and Lindy driving collectively, the wind in their hair and laughter echoing across the fields. These moments remind viewers of the enduring energy in their bond, even amid the chaos of Ty's return. For Lindy, Ty's reappearance is both interesting and puzzling. The father she's heard about in bedtime tales is now a real individual, someone she must learn how to consider and recognize. Her journey of discovery mirrors Amy's, as each navigate uncharted emotional territory. The effect of Ty's return extends past their immediately family, touching the lives of every person at Heartland Ranch. Jack, Lou, and Tim all rally around Amy and Lindy, providing help and information of their own approaches. In one poignant scene, Jack sits with Lindy at the porch, sharing testimonies approximately Ty's youngsters. "He turned into just like you, stubborn, fearless, and full of heart," Jack says, his voice tinged with nostalgia. Lou, always the pragmatic sister, encourages Amy to take her time and consider what's exceptional for her and Lindy. "It's Kay to experience crushed," she tells Amy, all through a quiet moment within the kitchen. "No one expects you to have all the solutions proper now." As the season unfolds, Amy's adventure will become one in every of rediscovery, not just of her love for Ty, but also of her personal electricity and capacity to chart a course forward for herself and Lindy. Whether she in the end chooses to rebuild her lifestyles with Ty or keeps with Nathan, one factor is certain: Amy will face each challenge with the grace and resolution that have defined her person for 19 seasons. The most electrifying factor of Heartland Season 19 is the inevitable conflict between Ty Borden and Nathan. Ty's return isn't just a private upheaval for Amy, it's a right-away venture to the existence she's built and the person who has stood by means of her facet in Ty's absence. The anxiety between these guys is palpable, setting the degree for an emotional and dramatic showdown. From the instant Ty steps lower back onto Heartland soil, Nathan feels the shift. A guy who has been a rock for Amy and Lindy, Nathan finds himself thrust into a function of uncertainty. He's no stranger to Ty's legacy, the tales, the recollections, and the love that still lingers in Amy's heart. But now, Nathan have to deal with Ty in the flesh, a man decided to reclaim his region within the own family he left behind. Heartland Season 19, several confrontations among Ty and Nathan, every more intense than the ultimate. In one scene, the two men stand face to face within the barn, their voices low, however brimming with emotion. "You had years to come lower back," Nathan says, his tone edged with frustration. "Where were you when they wished you the most?" Ty, visibly affected, responds, "I'm here now, and I'm no longer going everywhere." This tension spills over into the larger dynamics of the Bartlett-Fleming family. Jack, ever the voice of wisdom, attempts to mediate, urging both men to do not forget what's nice for Amy and Lindy. In a mainly gripping second, Jack tells Ty, "Being right here isn't sufficient. You should prove you deserve their accept as true with again." Meanwhile, Lou takes Nathan's facet, reminding him of the steadiness he's furnished for her sister and niece. For Amy, the warfare among Ty and Nathan will become a reflection of her very own inner turmoil. She's torn between the affection she once shared with Ty and the brand new lifestyle she's built with Nathan. Both guys represent special components of her heart. Ty is her beyond, filled with ardor and unforgettable memories, while Nathan is her present, consistent, and dependable. The conflict reaches a boiling point, while Lindy inadvertently turns into a focus of their confrontation in Heartland Season 19. In one coronary, heart-wrenching scene, Nathan watches as Ty teaches Lindy the way to saddle a horse, a moment packed with tenderness and longing. Later, Nathan confronts Amy, his voice shaking with emotion. "I've been here for her every step of the way," he says. "How am I speculated to compete together with her father?" Amy's silence speaks volumes, her struggle obtrusive in her tear-filled eyes. As the season progresses of Heartland Season 19, the rivalry between Ty and Nathan evolves beyond anger and resentment. Both guys are pressured to confront their insecurities and vulnerabilities, leading to moments of unexpected knowledge. In one specifically poignant change, Ty acknowledges Nathan's role in Amy and Lindy's existence. "You've been there for them in approaches I couldn't," Ty admits, his voice heavy with regret. "I'll by no means take that without any consideration." Despite those moments of expertise, the query of who Amy will in the end pick looms massive. The trailer recommendations add a dramatic selection that might trade the course of their lives forever. In the closing moments, Amy stands between Ty and Nathan, her face a mix of determination and heartbreak. "I can't keep doing this," she says, her voice slightly above a whisper. "I must choose, not just for me, however, for Lindy." This climactic second leaves fans on the threshold in their seats, thinking which path Amy will take. Will she pick out the enduring love of her past with Ty, or the steady partnership she's discovered with Nathan? Beyond the romantic drama, the conflict between Ty and Nathan underscores larger subject matters of redemption, forgiveness, and the strength of love to heal even the deepest wounds. Their rivalry is more than a fight for Amy's coronary heart. It's a testament to the complexities of own family, loyalty, and the human ability for alternate. As Heartland Season 19 unfolds, viewers can anticipate an emotional roller coaster filled with heart-preventing confrontations, tearful reconciliations, and moments of quiet beauty. The go-back of Ty Borden isn't only a plot twist, it's a transformative event that demanding situations every person to develop, adapt, and find their personal path ahead. The very last scene of the episode of Heartland Season 19 leaves lovers with one last tantalizing glimpse of what's to come back. Amy stands alone on the ridge, her gaze constant on the horizon because the solar units. Her voice echoes softly, "Sometimes the hardest picks lead to the greatest rewards, but only time will inform if I made the right one." The stakes have in no way been better, and the emotional payoff guarantees to be unforgettable. Will Ty and Nathan locate not unusual ground for the sake of Amy and Lindy? Or will their rivalry tear the Bartlett-Fleming own family apart? Heartland Season 19 is shaping up to be Heartland at its nice, raw, emotional, and deeply resonant. With Ty Borden's surprising go-back, Amy's lifestyle's changing choices, and the intense clash among Ty and Nathan, this season of Heartland 19 guarantees to be one of the most unforgettable. But what do you suspect Amy's destiny holds? Will she follow her heart again to Ty, or will she pick out the stability Nathan offers for her and Lindy? And how will the Bartlett-Fleming-owned family navigate those dramatic twists and turns? Share your thoughts in the comment section and subscribe our channel for more Heartland Season 19 videos. Thanks.